Hey, and welcome to another episode of You Love Comic Books. This is episode 16 of my comic book showcase show. It's basically where I showcase recent comic book hauls. I do maybe do some interviews of some weekly pull list, which I have some here, and I'll even show stuff from my collection. So again, thanks to everyone who's been subscribing to me. If you are new to this show, please give this video a like, comment, and why not subscribe? I try to get at least an episode out a week, if not every other week, depending on my haul. Actually, what's weird about this week was I wasn't even going to do an episode, but I went into this one store and surprise, I went to the dollar bin and I just found some really crazy stuff in there, and I bought a bunch of them. It's a great thing about a dollar bin. You can buy a ton of stuff, and sometimes you can find some gold in those boxes. Usually those boxes are filled with a lot of not gold. So sometimes it's all luck of the draw. But let's go into this. This I did not find in a dollar bin. This would have to be crammed in. This is the Star Wars Marvel Special Edition. It's the complete one issue. So basically these are treasury editions, basically. And they released 1 and 2, which were were part 1 and 2 of the Star Wars adaptation, which you could find in the Star Wars Volume 1 through 6. So this is the third Star Wars Special Edition. And all this is 1 and 2 combined. It's interesting. I got this for a really good price. It was like $29. I think it's a really good price for this. I've seen it go online for a lot more. It's in really solid condition. And the crazy thing about this is considered a graded book. It's a CBCS. It's a 7.5, which, it's okay. What's interesting about this is not in a case. This is how they grade treasury editions. See, they have a little sticker on the back, and part of me really wants to open it because I really want to see the back. The back cover, if you Google this book, the back cover is just awesome on this thing. Like, it's just, it's like when you see record albums and then you see them in CDs, you want to get the record album. If the artwork is awesome, it really showcases. I mean, look at this. You don't see stuff like this anymore. This is something I've been wanting to get for a while. I found 1 and 2 at a store many years ago, and I got them, and they're kind of beat up, and I don't know, if I ever found them again in better condition, maybe I'll pick them up. And I got the Empire magazine, which is considered the real first appearance of Boba Fett, and that issue 39 through 44 are technically the reprint in the Star Wars series, even though everyone considers 42 the first Boba Fett. So, again, happy to have this. Part of me wants to just pop it open because it's not like in a traditional case. I guess they don't, CBCS, and I don't even think CGC, they don't make cases for these treasury editions. So it's interesting. It's just like a really nice, thick Mylar bag, huge one. And, it is technically sealed, and it has the grade. It says on here, no restoration check has been performed. Great. I'm happy for that. So, it's a cool find. I feel like it definitely helps complete. I pretty much have the entire collection of Marvel Volume 1 with these kind of extra items, these treasure editions and stuff. The only thing I need to do is finish the Droid series. That doesn't really count. It's a separate series, but I'm going to do an episode showcasing my Star Wars Volume 1 day when I get around to doing it. So stay tuned for that episode. All right, here we go. Weekly pull list. Noctera special. Blacktop Bill special. It was good. I don't know. It wasn't the same artist as, the series, Tony Daniel. They kind of explained the villain. Honestly, I didn't really feel like they explained the villain too much. I can't say this comic was pointless or not, but it kind of was. It was like, okay, cool, we get it, this guy is bad. If you're reading Noctera, he's like, yeah, we get it, this guy is a bad dude. So, I mean, it's fine. If you're a fan of Noctera, you'll probably like it. But like I said, I didn't think it was like an important issue, for a special issue that focuses on this character, Blacktop Bill. I just felt like it didn't really go into it too much. Magic Order #2. This is the sequel series to Magic Order. It's good so far. I'm enjoying it. We'll see. I think it's 3 more issues left. So, Batman 119. All right. I think this might be my last issue of Batman. It's not that I don't like the storyline. I mean, Tinian left to go do some Substack thing or whatever. And Williamson came in to replace. And right now they're doing a storyline where Batman is off on some international adventure. And it's like Batman Incorporated, which we haven't seen it since... See, Batman Incorporated was like something that Grant Morrison did. And it kind of got killed when New 52 came along. So we haven't really... it's 2022. And I think the last time we really saw Batman Incorporated was a decade ago. Over a decade ago. So, I don't know. Honestly, I'm not even sure if I care about this storyline. I think we're going to take a break from Batman. I mean, it is a $5 title. I mean, that's kind of like the average. That is more on the more expensive end of monthly comics. Most comics still retain that $3.99 price. I'd just rather, buy an old Marvel team-up issue, in decent condition, or, some Bronze Age or Copper Age title, or something I'm trying to run on, or, I don't know. I think I'd rather just, yeah. I think I'm enjoying collecting older books, is really what I'm saying. So for me to stick around on these newer ones, they gotta really do something special. And right now, Annihilation Conquest Quasar. This is issue 1. Got this for like $3. It was kind of like this is like Phyla Bell, which is the sister of Captain Marvel. It's kind of complicated. So like there's Captain Marvel, and then his son. Captain Marvel died like 40 years ago, and then they had his son become the new Captain Marvel, and he kind of goes insane. And then you meet Phyla Bell, which she's like from another dimension. And I don't know, I stopped reading it, so I wasn't really paying attention during the Annihilation but she basically became the new Quasar. And I think there's plans for this character, so early appearances or solo series of featuring her are just picking up. Fantastic Four 186. This is the first appearance of the Salem 7. Don't you love that in the older books? They had a new character on the cover. Sometimes they would tell you, hey, it's the Salem 7. Basically, Agatha Harkness TV show is, or they are going to make an Agatha Harkness Disney Plus show, kind of like a spin-off of a WandaVision. And the rumor is that the Salem 7, which happens to be something to do with her son, I forgot his name, something Scratch, Nicholas Scratch, I don't know, it's a silly name. That is issue 185, I think. That's his first appearance. And he's the son of Agatha Harkness. But I've been wanting to get this one for a while. It's an okay condition. It's not like, it's like a 5. I mean, it's got some ticks. But like, I could press and clean if this book really, it does become really important. I mean, it's a cool book to have. These like kind of crazy old characters. Like, look at this girl. She has snakes for hands. I mean, is that the existence you want to have? You want to have 2 snakes for hands? I wouldn't. I don't know. That's just me, maybe. It's just something I wouldn't want to have. West Coast Avengers, issue 44. This is, as you can see, the first appearance, cameo of U.S. Agent John Walker. This is also, I think, technically the Vision being rebuilt. Then the next issue he comes back as the White Vision. It's an okay condition. I've been wanting to get this one for a while. It's not. It's like a 5. It's not the greatest condition. I'm sure I'll try to upgrade it if I find a better copy. But happy to have it. All right, this is a just a sketch cover I pick up. I'm an artist. You can see my work on Instagram, Robert Israel Art. I do just like lots of different things, but one of the things I like to do is draw on these variant editions, the blank sketch variants. And I've sold a good amount of these. I have some available, so I will be doing something with this. So anytime I see these for a good price, this was only $3, which is like half the price of what this book went for when it came out, which was $6. I'm gonna grab it. It's like a canvas to me, and the thing I've learned doing these sketch covers is that the ones that sell the best for me are Star Wars, Hulk, X-Men, Spider-Man, and even Venom. I had a Shazam one. I couldn't sell it to save my life. No offense to Shazam. Okay, here we go. So this is the reason why I even did this video, because I was supposed to postpone these books until I got a bigger haul later on. But then I went to the store, and I went through the dollar bin, and in their dollar bins, none of these things are bagged. They're in a box, so if you get anything out in decent condition, it's a big score. But, so number one, Bill and Ted's Excellent Comic Book. My son loves the Bill and Ted movies. 1, 2, and 3. He's just been a real big fan of them. He loves like the music in it, the soundtrack for 2. And I remember they made a comic, and Evan Dorkin worked on it. He's famous for doing Milk and Cheese. And it's just a really cool series. And just the font. So basically, they had issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No way can I sign infinity autographs. That's true. You can't. 9. Look, it's Morty. This is technically the first appearance of Rick and Morty, so this issue is now worth about $10,000. So if you have this in your collection, you're welcome. I just created some spec for you. I'm kidding, actually, don't. That's a joke. Issue 10. I mean, these covers are amazing, and the artwork is crazy inside. Like I said, if you're familiar with Evan Dorkin in any way whatsoever, this is like, one, it's Bill and Ted, if you like really appreciate those movies, like the nostalgia behind them. And if you like Evan Dorkin, this is definitely like a great find, that he did this like kind of mainstream work. Issue 11. And the last issue. Bill and Ted's Later Dudes. Hey, they handled getting canceled well. Not all these books are in the greatest condition. Number 1 and 2 are in really good condition, which is kind of a shock. The other books, they start to degrade a bit. 8 looked like it was stepped on. I'm just happy to have this. And again, my son loves Bill and Ted. He's not a big comic book fan, but he is a big Bill and Ted fan. So it was cool to see those and to get him to appreciate comics a bit. And, so he's been looking at these. And then the other find that I had in the dollar bin, Beavis and Butthead. So I already had issue 1 from years ago. I think I bought it when it came out. But this is in amazing condition. And remember, this was not in a bag. It was just in a box. These were all $1 each. And I was just shocked to see this one in an incredible condition that it's in. They're actually working on a movie. So you're going to see a resurgence of Beavis and Butthead. And that is a fact. This isn't some BS. They are really working on it. Mike Judd tweeted out some promo artwork already. Beavis and Butthead number 2. 3. Booger World. That's funny. They did not have 4, or maybe I couldn't find it in the box. I'm going to go back there in probably a week and just check again. But 5, 6. I don't know. They're going to die. You need oxygen when you're in just to let you know. That's important. 7. This is actually a really funny cover. My son laughed a lot at this one. And for some reason, this bear is saying, "Pull my claw." Okay. 8, 9. They won't make comics like this for Marvel ever again. So they didn't have 10. So we go to 11. Some I guess, some seasonality. I'm assuming maybe 10 was a Halloween issue. I'm just going by that I have, because issue 12 is a Christmas issue. So I'm going to assume that 10 was a Halloween, 11 was Thanksgiving, and 12 was Christmas. So that was it for those. I'm going to go back there and see if they have more. The series ends, I think, at 28. It might be 24. Pretty sure it's 28. That's an easy Google search. And I think those get kind of hard to get as they go along, especially with some of these series where, they're a big hit in the beginning. So getting actually number 1, as cool as it is, the issue you probably really want to get is 28 because that's the last issue, and that's probably the hardest one to get. All right, so I was still in this dollar bin, and I figured sip some comic, Itchy and Scratchy number 1. Carnage Crab Collector's Item. That was $1. Biker Mice from Mars, number 1. This actually is a really good find. And look at that. It's a newsstand. Oh my God, this was a newsstand also. I have to go through some of these were newsstands. Again, just that 80s, 90s nostalgia. Obviously, these guys are just like, Ninja Turtles was popular, and these were just more animals doing. They would have a ton of these, like, kind of knockoff-ish of the Ninja Turtles in a way. And surprisingly, this one I've seen, and this is in really decent condition. I mean, there's like a minor spine tick here and there. But overall, again, this is shoved in a dollar bin. This is a newsstand copy. This thing goes, I started selling on eBay for like $35, $40. So you can find the half for $1. Ambush Bug number 1. If you watched a previous episode, or not the last one, maybe the one before, I had this first appearance, which I think was like DC, not DC Showcase, DC Comics Presents. It was like that Superman team up book. A lot of first appearances are in that one. And I'm pretty sure if, again, you could check out a previous video of mine, you'll see it on there. Issue 58, I think, is his first actual appearance. But cool to have for $1. It's in amazing condition, especially, again, shoved in a box with no bag or backing board. Obviously no backing board. And to find it in the condition. But here we go. Here's the biggest score I found for $1. And this is currently a big score. This book could drop in a month. I'm not sure if I want to sell it right now. Like, these I'm all keeping. But I already own this one, and finding it for $1, I think I'm gonna unload it. But I'm gonna see. I'm gonna wait a little bit and see. Star Wars number 20, an origin issue of Black Kurstan. Is that how you say his name? So basically, who he is? Are you watching the Book of Boba Fett? This is a spoiler. I mean, maybe. I mean, if you're a Star Wars fan and you don't know that Black Kurstan has already showed up, we're already 3 episodes into Boba Fett. If you're a real Star Wars fan, you know already that this character was on Book of Boba Fett. So this whole spoiler thing, I'm not ruining anything else. It's just it's a hard fact that Black Kurstan is now on Book of Boba Fett. And this is kind of a big deal to Star Wars comic book fans and the Star Wars comic book market, is that he is like the first real character to jump from a Marvel comic series post-Disney purchase, so Marvel 2014. He's the first major character to go into a live-action series or movie. And that's a big deal because now with him in there, he's like kind of is he evil? I mean, I would say definitely playing the bad guy team more often. He's like a bounty hunter, gladiator. He's a bad Wookiee, basically. 'Basically. he's also like teams up with Dr. Afra. So now there's like a lot of spec with Dr. Afra showing up in in this series. So it kind of opens the door. It re-energizes the comic market, especially the Star Wars comic market, to see a character like that on the Book of Boba Fett show, and he looked awesome. He's like one of the best parts of the show. They did an amazing job bringing him to like TV live action. He is like bigger than Chewbacca. He's more menacing looking. So the points of this issue is this is basically kind of like a flashback issue where Obi-Wan, during his time in between episode 3 and 4, when he's in solitude or whatever, he has a conflict with Black Kristan, and I'm probably saying his name wrong. And this is the issue where he basically Kristan gets a scar on his eye. His first appearance is Darth Vader #1. He shows up in the end of the issue with Boba Fett, so it's kind of cool that he shows up on the Boba Fett show. And at first in the show, you don't really see the scar, but someone had a good detailed close-up of him, and under his fur, he does have the scar. So what happens here, the theory was people thought he was going to show up in the Obi-Wan series. So, and it is a possible chance that, and I feel like if they brought him into the Book of Boba Fett, he's probably going to show up in the Obi-Wan series that's coming out. And that could be really cool. And so this book is kind of blown up. It's not his first appearance. Again, it's Darth Vader #1. This is his like origin or whatever. This came out. So got it for $1. Happy to find it. A cool find. I mean, I'm happy with all these things I found. I mean, obviously, Ambush Bug. This is just a cool find to have. Any nostalgia books, especially like this is post-Star Comics, but any of these like properties at #1, if you have them in great condition in a newsstand, definitely a good pickup. Itchy and Scratchy. I'm a big Simpson fan. Glad to have it. Again, a newsstand. Ooh. Beavis and Butthead. This again, my son loves Beavis and Butthead, and he loves Bill and Ted. So that's a good father-son bonding. He doesn't really care for comics, so it's kind of cool to get him interested in that way. See, this is what I'm talking about though. Like, look at all them spine ticks on that. But again, just to get the whole series knocked out. I mean, just for my son to look at them, read them, and everything like that. That's really cool. So again, happy to have these. I always love these corner box art, which you don't see on the newsstands. But hey, look at this. A newsstand, Bill and Ted issue 4. A newsstand on Bill and Ted issue 3. All right, well, you know what? That's it for my haul. And you're going to see a previous episode here and a previous episode there. And why not hit subscribe? So thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for more. All right, bye.